What do you got, Coach? 3 things that all coaches need. Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of coaches?
New York or the Aces? Definitely going with the Aces.
All right, 4th down. Who has the tougher job, coaches or officials? If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? But Texas is different. And that will be the last time that you hear that intro. Been chewing on that for a while, but the YouTube algorithm has basically made the decision for me that that's going to be it. Tay, I got to do something before we start, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know if you could hear me or not. Is there a delay?
Okay. I think so. I can hear you, though. Can you hear me?
I can. There's a delay. There is definitely a delay.
Leave it to us to have a difficulty. Walking in my purpose.
Walking in my purpose all day, every day. All right. So before we get going this afternoon, I owe somebody, I owe somebody's an apology. Okay. I stood right here. I sat right here. And I told y'all with full confidence that the Minnesota Lynx were not going to make the playoffs. They were my first team out. I said it like I knew what I was talking about. I said it like I had been reviewing film. I said it like I had been sitting in meetings with Cheryl Reeves, okay? I said it like I had real sources. I had none of those things. What I did say, and you have to give me credit for this, is that the only way the Lynx will make the playoffs is if Olivia Miles had a phenomenal rookie year. And she is having a phenomenal rookie year, okay? So first 10 games, 17, 6 and 5. Right now we're looking at 19, 5 and 5, and averaging over a steal a game for a rookie. She's not a rookie, y'all. This young lady has been here before, okay? I think she broke Caitlin Clark's record for threes made in a game.
Yeah.
Right? So, and the Lynx, let's talk about the Lynx. I said they wouldn't make the playoffs, and not only was I 1,000% wrong, they are 12-3.
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 seed, currently sitting at the top of the WNBA standings, 9-1 in their last 10 games. So not only was I wrong, but I was totally, completely, embarrassingly wrong about the Lynx. Cheryl Reed, I apologize. I'm so sorry. The rest of the Minnesota Lynx, apparently, you all know a lot more about your roster than I do, but I was right about Olivia Miles. The only way she won't win Rookie of the Year is if the world comes to an end. So here is my official apology after all of that hemming and hawing. Okay, Minnesota, I'm sorry. I doubted you. I doubted your roster.
Yeah.
I definitely doubted your roster. I doubted your depth. I never doubted number 5, Olivia Miles. So Tay, you were right. Write it down. That'll probably be the last time that you're right and I'm wrong. So to everybody listening, this is what real accountability looks like. Okay? This is what real accountability looks like. Now that that is over, that was hard. It's tea time. It's tea time. My computer is frozen on one end. I don't really know what's going on.
I see you. I hear you. There's some tunes playing. There's some tunes playing, and I'm jamming. Yeah. And that went perfect with your apology. It really gave sincere. It truly did. The melody while you're apologizing, really, that was tea. It's tea time. I just don't, the W is just not giving drama this year. That's a problem. Where's the drama, ladies? Where's the drama? Come on, give us something to work with. Now, the fans are in an uproar because Skylar Diggins had some comments about the Chicago Sky organization. Not necessarily the organization. She did have a couple of comments about the front office. Some comments from the media she redirected to her head coach, Tyler Marsh. And she also called her team up. I won't say out, we'll say up. And challenged them for their poor rebounding efforts, which she called a lack of heart. So the fans are in an uproar saying that these are the same comments that Angel Reese made, and that Angel Reese was consequence for those comments. But how do we feel about this, right? We have 34-year-old Skylar Diggins? Is she 34? Is not, am I putting years on her? She's 30.
Let's look it up.
30-plus-year-old Skylar Diggins. Second year in the league, Angel Reese, who hasn't, necessarily ever carried a team in the league yet. Right. So the people, the Angel Reese's Pieces fans, they've been really 35. Okay, I did good. They've really been in a frenzy about that. They're upset. They're not necessarily upset. They don't want Skylar to get in trouble, but they just want the same level of respect for Angel Reese. Now, I don't really see the comparison there. I also don't think that Skylar said anything wrong. I also know that Skylar is, like Nneka Ogwumike, one of the most professional players in the league, and she's going to call it how it is every single time. So that's what I've been seeing the most surfacing the media. Also, Caitlin Clark, official Caitlin Clark won. Her shoe has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Presented? No. Released? No, because it's not available yet to purchase. Nike has unveiled the new Caitlin Clark 1. So that's tea for everybody. I didn't know she had a shoe in the works. I don't know how I didn't know that. I knew she had a logo. I did not know she had a shoe in the works. So be prepared for more. I'm already seeing posts like, whose shoe is better, Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark? So, just more things for people to debate about. That's all the tea I have, though. Yeah. Go Chicago. Yeah. And it looks like it really is similar to another shoe that I cannot put my finger on. And I'm not sure if it's like the LeBron or if it's an older shoe, like an older NBA shoe that I'm thinking of. It looks very light and it looks comfortable, and I'll give that to her. And it looks like something that Caitlin Clark would absolutely wear on her feet.
Yeah, so I'll say this. It's not. Are we on the screen or no?
We're on the screen.
Okay, so it's not. I mean, so nothing against the Caitlin Clark shoe, but nothing against the Caitlin Clark shoe, period. I don't know how creative Nike has been lately. Because I see definitely some Braun in this shoe. Mm-hmm. I see some Sabrina in this shoe. Mm-hmm. Sabrina Ionescu's shoe. So it's not a bad looking shoe. Let me say that.
Not a bad looking shoe. Not a bad looking shoe. I need to purchase this shoe. I still haven't purchased a pair of the Reebok Angel Reese shoes. And I also haven't purchased the Asia Wilson 2s yet, the A2s. So I have some catching up to do. I have one pair of A1s that hurt my feet tremendously. However, they are so stylish. I love them. You just have to be prepared for a little bit of pain. So, yeah, shout out to the girls in in their signature shoes. We're really doing it in the W.
So I will say this, women, you all as a species has consistently chosen fashion over comfort as a gender. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
Yeah, a gender. Y'all are the species. Y'all are the species. We're a gender. Yeah.
Womp womp womp. Okay, let's see what's next on the agenda. Let's see what is next on the agenda. Man. All right, so tea time. Oh, Washington Watch. Let's talk about Washington Watch. What's going on with Washington Watch? Okay, the Mystics are 6-7. This will be a great bridge into our standings review. The Mystics are 6-7. So that's your record shows exactly who you are, right? So Sonia Citron is a star. Agree or disagree?
Absolutely. She's an all-star. She's a star. She's a star. She's rolling. Love it. Love every minute of watching Sonia Citron.
Yeah. Injuries are starting to pop up a little bit. Shakira Austin and Kiki Iriafen recently. That gave Lauren Betts, I know exactly why you're shaking your head. That gave Lauren Betts her first start, where she contributed 13 and 7. Now, again, they're playing Connecticut. I'm sorry. They're playing the Houston Connecticut Comets. Oh my goodness, they're terrible. Keep tanking. We want Juju. Keep
tanking, ladies.
We want Juju. All right. So the question for Washington is, is some of these youngsters getting reps due to injury? Is that one of the best things that could happen to this young roster? What say ye?
I don't know. I think it's always good in the long run. I think that some of the rookies are really, really good. I really like Cody. But of course they like the experience to consistently take over games and win them at a high level, especially because the league is so competitive this year. I've been saying they need some veterans that can really just help carry them over the hump. But I love the opportunity that the rookies are getting. I do. But if we want to win Washington and we want to win at a high level and at a consistent rate, I think we need to make some different. And I'm saying that has nothing to do with me. But I think as a Washington organization, they need to make some new moves in free agency.
Yeah. So currently, they're currently in that 11th spot. The top 8 make the playoffs. So they're there, right? So opportunity, 6-7 in the East. They're in the mix. So they got 4 young ladies averaging double digits: Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, Shakira Austin, and Michaela Onyenwere. So let's see. We'll see. Do they have enough to compete for a playoff spot as we get into the summer? Or will that injury bug just continue to show up in Washington like it always does? Okay. So this brings us to our standings review. Let's do this. I'm learning how to really work.
It's pretty bad right now. It's pretty bad. It's bad right now.
It's terrible. It's more than bad. It is terrible.
It's also consistently changing. It's consistently changing. So let's see. I can't see that, but I'm sure you're going to read it to us.
I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, but let me get us down here. There we go. All right. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. It's not going to let me zoom. Okay. So it won't let me zoom, but let's go down to the bottom. So both of us, 6 of the top 9. Okay.
How?
6 of the top 9. I got Vegas, Indiana, New York, Atlanta, Golden State, and Minnesota. Okay. You have Vegas, Indiana, New York, Atlanta, Dallas, and Minnesota. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish I could make this bigger so y'all could see those words right there. I picked the Chicago Sky to be in the number 2 spot. And let me tell y'all what that says right there. That says collapse. Here we go. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Collapse. An absolute collapse. Oh my goodness. So Tay, you had Dallas in your top 5. Dallas is still hanging in there. Minnesota, I already gave you my apology. Both of the expansion teams are making noise. So let me switch tabs. Okay. And then let's look at the actual WNBA page here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So, man, Minnesota, Vegas is right there, right? 7-3 in their last 10. Minnesota 9-1 in their last 10. The New York Liberty 8-2 on an 8-game winning streak. Okay, showing their mettle, and then the Atlanta Dream. So, God, I can't believe what I said about Minnesota. It's just a knife in my side. But those are clearly the top 4 teams in the league, right? There's no disagreement there. Minnesota, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think anybody had Minnesota being this good at this point in the season without Nafisa Collier. Golden State has proven that they're legit. They're proving that they're legit. 7-3 in the last 10. Indiana, 7-3 in their last 10. They're 9-5. So their heads are above water, but you know, and then you got your Dallas Wings at 9-6. I still believe that when it's all said and done, Dallas is not going to be there.
There's no way you can say that, and you've been watching these games. There's no way.
I just don't think they're going to be there.
Let's remind everybody, Coach Harris is Taylor, not a Dallas Wings fan, not a fan. So whatever I say is fact. I'm not a Dallas Wings fan, but we cannot say that we watch the Dallas Wings and we think that they're not going to make the playoffs unless somebody just, unless there's there's a serious injury or string of injuries to the Dallas Wings team. 2, somebody just goes rogue. And by somebody, I mean somebody like the Washington. Go scroll down. Who's in those 9, 10, 11, 12 spots?
Oh, so let me go back to the other tab.
Who is the team that could possibly go rogue?
So 9, 10, 11. You got the Sparks.
Yeah, none of them. The Sparks. Possibly the Sparks. Possibly any of those 9, 10, 11 teams. The Sparks, the Tempo, the Mystics. One of those teams gets loose. Possibly, then teams start climbing up the ranks. I do not see Dallas just falling that low unless there's a string of serious injuries to one or more players on their team. I think they're playing well. I think they're playing well. 2 games in a row, they've smacked, and I do mean smacked, and choked the life out of the Las Vegas Aces. And that's just the Aces. So there's that.
So here's what the Aces understand. Okay. So right now, in this very moment, I will not tolerate any Vegas Aces slander. Here's what they understand. They understand what the Oklahoma City Thunder did not understand. That having a great regular season, that doesn't automatically mean you're going to win.
That has nothing to do with the fact that Dallas has their number. That has nothing to do with the fact that Dallas is a good team. They've gotten smacked to Dallas. They've only lost 3-4 games. So they're fighting for their life. Becky's cursing them out in the huddle on camera. We have that. We should pull that clip. They care, all right. They're just Dallas is a better team than them. I'm sorry. When they play each other, that matchup, I don't know what it is about that matchup, but it is horrible for Las Vegas, and it's twice. 1 time's a fluke, 2 times. Now, if we see it the 3rd time, we're gonna have to play the film on here or something because it's
So
pretty
listen,
bad.
we know that even though it drives Becky Hammond absolutely bonkers, the Aces will mail one in, right? Nobody's excited about going to play in the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas.
And it
Nobody's
has
excited
nothing
about
to
that.
do with anything.
Okay.
It has
Let's talk
nothing to do
about
with anything.
how so Saturday they win over Minnesota, and then
In a thriller. In a thriller.
huge win, right? Huge win.
In a thriller.
So,
In a thriller. But again, that has nothing to do with the Dallas Las Vegas matchup. We're not saying Las Vegas isn't good. I picked them to finish number one. Need I remind you? I picked them at the top. We're not saying they're not a great team. I'm saying Dallas. We're talking about Dallas and their ability to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs, and they have shown that they can not only compete with, because they almost called Minnesota's number as well, not only compete with but beat these championship teams. And while we're on the subject of the Las Vegas Aces, that's something that should have been in tea time. I am seeing the constant uproar of fans being upset that Kirsten Bell is still employed on the Las Vegas roster. Now, listen, I respect Kirsten. I think she's a great player coming out of college. I think she can shoot the ball. I do see what they see. Now, people are saying there's something that she has over Becky's head. There's something that we don't know.
We are absolutely not going to entertain the WNBA, the W instigators of the BA. Okay? We're not going to.
Shout out to Kirsten Bell, three-time champion Kirsten Bell.
Shout out to Kirsten Bell. Listen, every roster has to have that person who is like, you know what? Hell or high water, win or lose, 30 minutes or 0 minutes. I'm about what's best for the team. And I think it's very obvious that she is that person. I think it's very obvious.
And her attitude may very well reflect that. Her attitude may very well reflect that. Her actions, when she has that ball in her hands, doesn't always reflect that she wants what's best for the team. Again, shout out to Kirsten Bell, three-time champion Kirsten Bell.
All right, so Dallas smacked the Aces in the Commissioner's Cup, but the Aces are still 6-1 in the Commissioner's Cup, and Dallas is a very staunch 4-3.
And they're going to make the playoffs. So none of that matters.
Okay, I guess. So you picked I picked Phoenix to get in. Phoenix is I had Phoenix and Chicago. Man, when I miss bad. Phoenix, Chicago, Minnesota. Dang. My credibility.
We're going to give ourselves grace for the Chicago. We're going to give ourselves grace. We said on episode 1 or 2 that we knew that Chicago was tentative because I felt in my spirit. I think I'm a basketball god. We talk about the basketball gods. I think I'm one of them. We knew that there was going to be an injury to the roster. It was just too good to be true. But we had high hopes, and with high hopes,
we did.
They started off awesome. We cannot take that away from them. They started off awesome, 3-4-1, and then as soon as Rakia Jackson went down with that injury, I think they've won maybe one game since.
So I wanna. Is Skylar Diggins done? Respectfully, because I'm actually
no, she's not.
I don't know Skylar Diggins. I've never met her in my life, but I'm afraid of her. Okay, let me just say I'm afraid to talk about her.
She's not. She is not done. She is still rocking and rolling. Hit a game time shot the other day versus Indiana. They almost took that game. I think that the team is young. I think the team. Two of the best players on the team are rookies. So I think that the team is young. I think that they are not, and this is no disrespect to Coach Marsh, but according to the players, there's been some questions about some of their offensive schemes, and Skylar has said direct those questions to Coach Marsh. Now, I just think that they're not really being put in position to utilize their strengths, but you know, Natasha Cloud is doing her best. Skylar's still looking like Skylar. The rookies are the best players on the team. The most electric players on the team. I think that we need more from Camila Cardoso and Azare Stevens. Those are the two players who need to step up, in my opinion. And we give a little bit of grace to Cardoso because her points necessarily come off of what her guards are doing and trash points. But Azare Stevens has the ability to make plays. So she needs to do a better job, respectfully, at being a playmaker and doing what she did in 2021 in Chicago when they won a championship. And she's not doing that. She's very much giving role player.
So I want to say this as well. Katie Vandersloot was very clear with Azare Stevens, like, hey, you getting paid like a superstar. We need you to play like a superstar.
And they were in an uproar, and now look at them. She was loud and right. She was loud and right.
Now look at them. All right, so dang. All right, yay or nay? You ready for this, Tay? Yay or nay? I think this is the next segment. Yay or nay? All right, here we go. Yay or nay? The Minnesota Lynx being the best team in the WNBA right now is a legitimate surprise. Yay or nay?
No. Not a surprise at all. Not one bit. Not one bit.
Nobody expected them to be this good.
It's not. Coach, Hall of Fame. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. Hall of Fame coach, Kayla McBride, the ultimate veteran, Courtney Williams, the ultimate veteran, Natasha Howard, the ultimate veteran, all the players to come. Then you add the most electrifying rookie that we've seen in forever in Olivia Miles. And they haven't even gotten Nafisa Collier back. Not a surprise. Not a surprise.
Natasha. Yeah, like, I mean, let's give Natasha Howard her flowers. Let's do that. Let's give Natasha Howard her flowers, because I was very skeptical. I was very skeptical about what I thought she could bring to the table. And man, Courtney Williams averaging 16 a game. Olivia Miles
She's
at 19.
Great player. She's a great player,
So more than being a Hall of Fame coach, Cheryl Reeves is a Hall of Fame GM. Best to ever do.
Yeah, exactly. And I could tell just from and I say, my apology list, Olivia Miles is on my apology list because I had conversations with people where I said that I didn't think that she should have been the number one pick. Personally, I didn't think that she would be a great fit for Dallas, but I don't know. For some reason, I just wasn't sure about how her game would translate. I wasn't really doubting her, but I just needed to see it for myself. But from her and Cheryl Reeves' interactions starting immediately, it was clear that Cheryl Reeves knew exactly what she was doing, knew exactly what Olivia Miles was going to bring. And she called Olivia Miles a professional before she'd even played a game and all these different things. She called her special. So I think that Cheryl Reeves, like you said, is Hall of Fame GM. She knew exactly what to do, and she knew exactly what was to be expected from Olivia Miles. So yeah. And all the moves, Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey is underrated player, but she's been getting the job done too. Great role player for the Lynx.
Yeah. So are we going to open next episode with your apology letter to Olivia Miles?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's somebody who deserves an apology from me because I don't think I was disrespectful to my girl. I think that there's somebody out there who deserves it from me, and I don't know if it's Olivia, but I'll give her something. Yeah, I feel like I was disrespectful to somebody in this league. I just can't tell you who. Someone, a team. I don't know. Maybe not, but yeah,
it's on the World Wide Web.
Open up next episode.
It's out there.
Yeah.
All right,
open up tape season. And I'll give some words to Olivia Miles.
All right. The W is expanding to 50 games in 2027. Is this good for the players, yay or nay?
I saw a tweet that said this is only good if they're expanding the season also, right? The season needs to start a lot earlier or end a lot later. Because let's face it, we know the WNBA, we know they'll try to do this and they'll do everything. But we need to make sure that these players have adequate time for rest, travel. So, hopefully we're looking at a longer stretch of a season, right? Not playing 6 games in one night, things of that sort. And if so, then yes. I mean, who doesn't want to watch 50 games? I do. Okay.
So the question is
my take.
So if we start earlier, we're backing up into the college season. If we go further into the fall, where now the back end of the season is running through football season, which probably not competing for eyes there as far as watches go. But now you're running up into the start of NBA season. So that's the things that the WNBA is going to have to take into consideration as far as travel, as far as venues, as far as hotels and all of those things. I think all of those things are going to be significant factors.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even consider that.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. The Aces. The Aces clinch their spot in the Commissioner's Cup final. June 30th is the Aces versus the New York Liberty. Is this the best matchup that the WNBA can give us right now? Yay or nay?
Nay. I would have preferred to see them compete against Minnesota again. I love that matchup. I'm sorry. I also would love to see Minnesota compete against New York. But who doesn't want to watch the Aces play New York at the same time, right? We've seen some finals matchups with these two teams. The S2E versus Asia debate is always fun. So I'd say nay, it's not the best, but we will definitely take it, and I'll definitely be tuned in.
Okay. All right. Let's see. WNBA voting. So at the time that I pulled this up, the top 2 vote getters in the league. This is going to make some people angry. Oh my goodness. Listen, the way they were in the TikTok and Facebook comments after our last episode, geez, come on, people. A'ja Wilson, Paige Beckers are the top 2 vote getters in the league, with Caitlin Clark close behind.
Yeah.
Right? Clark and Wilson named players of the week in the same week. Is this the dual, meaning more than one, star error the league needed? Or, we got to always talk about the lightning rod. Or is Caitlin Clark still carrying the conversation? Is there more than one star in the league? Or is it just Caitlin carrying the load?
There's absolutely more than no. Respect to Caitlin. Don't shoot me. There are multiple stars in this league. There's multiple stars in this league. A'ja Wilson. I mean, Olivia Miles is now. Skylar has been hurt. She's the star. Then you have the people who think Stewie's the star, right? Paige Beckers is a star. I mean, what did I just name? 5?
Mm-hmm.
5 legitimate stars. These are legitimate superstars. Paige Beckers, Olivia Miles, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson. I didn't even say Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, that's 6. So yes, there's more than one star. There are more than one star. Angel, I didn't even say Angel Reese. My God.
Yeah. The league is in a good place.
7. That's 7 big household names. 7 household names.
The league is in a good place. Yeah. All right, Tay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me over there? I know we still got a little bit of a lag. Any surprises? Well, we kind of did some stuff, yay or nay, and then with our standings. So let's talk about superlatives. It's never too early in the season to talk about the MVP frontrunner. So let's frame it this way.
Yeah.
You can always talk about MVP as being one of the conditions of being the best player on the best team. So at this point in the season, the Minnesota Lynx are the best team. Who's their best player right now?
The best player is clearly Olivia Miles. I'll just answer that. So I'll let you continue on with your questioning. She's the best player on the team.
Okay, so Olivia, yay or nay, Olivia Miles is a legitimate MVP candidate.
Yay. I had this exact conversation last night. I said, if she continues on, she's a legitimate MVP candidate. And we haven't seen that in a really long time. She's legitimate.
Okay. So
absolutely.
Who right now, who is your number 2 candidate for MVP?
I think you have to pick Asia Wilson. Her numbers, her numbers are crazy. Even when I don't watch a Vegas game, I'm very much so a box score checker, and her numbers are usually pretty wild. Pretty wild, pretty 26 and 12, something. She's giving us something. So, and then of course, again, they're in that number 2 spot having a great year. So I definitely have to go with Asia Wilson.
Okay. So Asia currently leads the league in points per game, 26 points per game. Is Kelsey Plum on your radar as an MVP candidate?
No.
Okay. Why?
Respectfully, great numbers as well, great scoring numbers, but we talked about that best team part, and the Sparks just aren't getting it done. She's not getting it done enough to help her win, and I hate that, but I hate that, but that's a problem.
Okay.
Because are you really valuable?
Yeah. So at some point we have to talk about those buckets that she gets and like the effectiveness. So like you're scoring at an excellent clip, right? She's currently 50 40 80, right? 54% from the field.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That doesn't even make any sense. That is crazy. 40% from 3, and she's shooting 80% from the free throw line, averaging 25 a night. So I guess we'll have to do a deep dive, and just see like, are those empty numbers because they're not always leading to wins, right? Like last year, Kelsey Mitchell had to put Indiana on her back, right? And those buckets that she was getting was carrying the team to wins. Brittany Sykes. Is Brittany Sykes in the conversation?
No.
Well, who's in the conversation for you then?
Brittany Sykes is not in the conversation, respectfully. I mean,
my goodness.
She's doing what WNBA players do. She's doing what professionals. She's doing what professionals do. Asia Wilson's in the conversation. Olivia Miles is in the conversation. I really don't have anybody else in the conversation. I think that players are great. Players are great. I don't necessarily label that MVP type performance, though.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, I think right now. I mean,
because there are players who are performing at a really high level.
Winning matters. So I think if I had to pick a top 4, I don't know if I could pick a top 4 right now. But if I had to pick a top 4, it's in no particular order. Asia Wilson, Kelsey Mitchell. Because now Brittany Sykes, she's averaging 20 a game. Her numbers aren't great, but the way she is keeping her team in games, right, and keeping them afloat, again, if I did not pick Toronto to make the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be there. But if they get in, it's going to be because of Brittany Sykes. And I think she will have to have some consideration in the MVP conversation. If not MVP, maybe most improved player. Or we'll make up an award for her like we did with Kelsey Mitchell last year.
Yeah, and let's unfortunately provide this news because she did go down with a pretty bad injury the other night, and I'm not sure what the timeline is. I'm not sure what the injury report is there, but people were saying that it looked like, God forbid, an Achilles pop.
Oh no!
So she did go down the other night. I'm not sure. I have not double checked and I have not saw what the outcome of that was. I don't know if she returned to the game. I'm not sure, but I know that it was pretty bad.
Oh no! All right, let's look at the injury report. We're gonna look at the injury report real quick.
Yeah. So not sure what that's looking like.
So she is out tomorrow for sure. Kiki Rice is out. Nayara Sabali is out. Brittany Sykes is out with a left foot injury. Okay, I completely missed that. Nuts. Well, speedy recovery for this young lady. You know who is on the injury report?
Speedy recovery for Brittany Sykes.
Yeah.
AKA Rick Bundles. Who?
Yeah. With who? Probable with a back injury. Caitlin Clark. She's probable tonight.
Oh my God.
All right, Tay.
Can't do this.
All right, listen. Let's look at tomorrow night's games and let's give the people some parlays. Let's look at tomorrow night's games and let's give people a chance to get their money right.
All right.
Man. I need to get the sample cleared so we can use, Kanye's sample right here. Wait till I get my money right. What's the thing we look at for the parlays? I can't, I don't have no money, so I don't parlay. What's the app we use, Tay? Oh, I got it. Don't say it because they're not giving us. Don't say it. They're not giving us any money.
It's the lag.
It's the lag. All right. While I'm looking this up, have you been watching any World Cup games?
Absolutely not.
Dang.
Absolutely not. Right. All respect to the World Cup.
All right. Tomorrow night's games. Let's see, man. Y'all catch these games on a good Friday night. These are tonight's games. We don't want to look at tonight. They won't let me go to tomorrow's games.
La, 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 la.
All right, so let's do this. Because we're not gonna post this one until tomorrow. So 2 games tomorrow night, 3 games tomorrow night. We're gonna stay away from that one. Let's go Minnesota at Golden State. This will be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This should be a good one. All right. Minnesota at Golden State. Olivia Miles, 16.5 points.
Over.
Hey, hold on. Let's stick with Olivia Miles. Let's do another one. 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Yeah, over.
Okay. And then let's choose one from let's go Gabby Williams. Points, rebounds, and assists for Gabby Williams, 22.5. What you got?
I'll go over. She's been scoring at a higher level than this year. Last year that would have been a little tough, but she's been scoring at a pretty consistently high level. So I'll go over.
All right, people. That is it. Listen, this was season 2, episode 4, the Coaches Co-op with WNBA Tay, Minnesota. I started this episode with an apology to you, and I will sandwich it with another apology to you and say once again, I'm sorry. But you know what the meat on that sandwich is, Tay? It's Olivia Miles Rookie of the Year because I called it, damn it. You better believe it.
You did.
Any last words before we get out of here? There's the lag.
I love the WNBA. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. Listen, I'm going to give y'all this outro for one last time. We're going to put it to rest. I'm Coach P for WNBA Tay. Y'all get your parlays in. Get your money right.